SCP-83 Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-83 is to be kept under constant video surveillance, with at least one Level 3 staff member on call at all times to respond to security breaches. Entrance to SCP-83 is permissible to Level 1 and 2 personnel with proper clearances, provided they wear a tracking device while inside. Description: SCP-83 appears to be an uninhabited, two-story row house in a general state of disrepair, with an interior of approximately 366 square meters. It is located in the block of The deed and property tax records for the address are missing after The last known persons to reside at the address were the family, but
data expunged.
Until acquisition by the Foundation, the property was the reputed office for local narcotic dealers who gained entry to the structure through a front window, since the locking mechanisms on both the front and back doors were corroded and frozen shut. SCP-83 first came to the Foundation's attention on when an altercation outside the building resulted in the front door being kicked open by Those who entered through the door of SCP-83, Group A, allegedly found themselves inside a fully furnished and well-maintained home with functioning electricity and fully stocked kitchen whose appliances and decor appeared to be from the early 20th century. Personnel who entered through the windows, Group B, described the interior as dark and dilapidated, corresponding to the view through the windows. Personnel in Group A also reported that they couldn't see, hear, or find any members of Group B inside the house or of anyone else besides themselves. Group B observed that members of Group A seemed to vanish into thin air upon crossing the door's threshold. Both groups inside the property not only described very different living conditions, but their descriptions didn't even correspond to the same floor plan. Their descriptions matched only in the relative position of the windows, since both groups saw the same street view. Personnel outside the house, however, reported only seeing members of Group B. Those observations were reportedly tested and confirmed by staff, with the addition of finding that the rear door of SCP-83 also leads to the furnished interior. Any non-conventional entry, i.e. windows, holes in the roof, down the chimney, etc., leads to the dilapidated interior, and persons inside the different interiors are unable to detect each other's presence, although they both register on standard spectral imaging equipment, so long as said equipment is outside SCP-83. It was also discovered that the furnished interior is non-static. The floor plan of SCP-83 apparently changes, with a different layout and different numbers of kinds of rooms manifesting. See Document 83-A. No clear pattern or set interval has been observed in the rearrangement of the interior of SCP-83, but the phenomenon has never been directly observed or experienced by personnel while inside SCP-83. See Summary of Experiment 83-3, listed as Document 83-C. So long as a human presence exists inside, the floor plan seems to remain stable. Although the furnished interior appears to be well maintained, no inhabitants or custodians have ever been detected. Addendum: It has been recommended that SCP-83 be evaluated as a possible autonomous object. Document 83-A. 19 walkthroughs of SCP-83 have been conducted to date, and each has produced a unique floor plan with a combined total of 154 different rooms, with 17 of these rooms present on more than one walkthrough, though in different locations. See Document 83-B. The rooms conform to a variety of decorative styles, representative of major artistic trends of the late 19th and 20th centuries, complete with era-appropriate furnishings and technology. However, each of the 19 floor plans still equaled 366 square meters of space, and in each walkthrough, the front door has so far consistently led directly to the same Victorian front parlor, designated FP-0. The rear door,
data expunged.
Addendum to Document 83-A. Upon comparative analysis of all recorded floor plans for SCP-83, it has been observed that the small door in the north wall of FP-0 always opens up to reveal a closet. Though the dimensions and contents of the closets have varied considerably, a teal and white deluxe convertible upright Hoover vacuum cleaner has been observed among the contents over 60% of the time. It is unknown why, of the 3 doors leading from FP-0, this one, and the Hoover vacuum within, has shown such high level of conservation when none of these others have. Document 83-C, Summary of Experiment 83-3. On Doctor entered SCP-83 through the front door and set up 3 digital video cameras. One was placed in the middle of FP-0, and a second camera on the second floor between DR2 and K4, and a third camera in the basement room ST-1. Personnel entering through FP0, window A, were unable to confirm the existence of any of the rooms, nor of the 3 cameras, though the cameras' locations inside SCP-3 were externally confirmed with EM sensors. Observation was conducted for a period of 48 hours, during which time no personnel were allowed to enter. No movements within SCP-3 or any of the rooms were observed, and the camera locations remained fixed. After 48 hours, the agents were set up in to retrieve the 3 cameras, but only found one, the camera in FP0, at its electronically confirmed location. The other 2 cameras, and the rooms in which they were placed, were gone, with different rooms in their place. Despite this, the EM sensors continued to detect electronical signals in the other 2 cameras, indicating that they had not shifted position at all. Sweeps of SCP-3 were made hourly for the next 36 hours, and although further room rearrangements were noted, neither of the rigged rooms reappeared. And after 36 hours, the signals diminished below detectable thresholds, possibly due to a loss of battery power in the 2 missing cameras. 3 weeks later, ST-1 reoccurred on the second floor and its camera was recovered with a dead battery. The 3rd camera remains missing. Note on 83-C memo. Dr.
Redacted.
Requested and was granted permission to repeat Experiment 83-3, cataloged as Experiment 83-5, which resulted in similar inexplicable loss of 6 more cameras. While the Foundation is committed to the pursuit of scientific discovery, it has been decided to abandon further experimentation of this type on SCP-3 until a way can be found to do it without overdrafting the department's budget in order to replace disappeared equipment. Dr.
Redacted.
Document 83-D on
Redacted.
Agent
Redacted.
conducted a walkthrough of SCP-3 and reported evidence of food preparation, describing a sound like banging pots and pans and the smell of cooking meat. Agent
Redacted.
was unable to localize the source of the phenomena, nor even to find a kitchen. Agent
Redacted.
did eventually encounter a dining room, designated DR8, but it was clearly in a state of non-use. Agent
Redacted.
estimated the sounds and smell persisted for approximately 20 minutes before fading away. There were no other signs of intruders. Document 83-E on
Redacted.
Smoke was observed emanating from SCP-3's chimney. Agent
Redacted.
was dispatched to investigate and found the location designated SR-12 with burning embers in the fireplace. SR-12 had been previously documented on SCP-3's internal surveys 5 and 6, but in both prior encounters the fireplace was cold and swept clean. Agent
Redacted.
recovered a particularly burnt fragment of newsprint from the fireplace,
Data expunged.
as well as a nub of
Redacted.
cigar. A sweep of SCP-83 found no other evidence of intruders, and review of video surveillance confirmed no one else entered or leaving the house aside from appropriate personnel at expected intervals. Agent
Redacted.
remained on site until the fire was out, at which point smoke emanation ceased and did not reoccur. Agent
Redacted.
made no alterations to SR-12 and left the premises at
Redacted.
24 hours later. Agent
Redacted.
returned to SCP-83, but SR-12 was no longer present and has not been found on the 3 subsequent walkthroughs. Analysis of the
Redacted.
cigar did not produce any DNA, but did yield.
Data expunged.
Addendum. Recommend SCP-3 be evaluated for upgrade to Euclid status. Approved on
Redacted.